Yeah, hi everyone. Last session we discussed about list interface collection framework, right? So in that we discussed about a collection interface, and in that we discussed about a list interface and set interface. Again, list interface have the properties are like I would say a list set. Under the list, again we discussed about array list and linked list, and we discussed about a vector and stack, and in case of set we discussed about hash set and linked hash set and tree set. These are the areas which we discuss. These all belong to collection hierarchy. Okay, these all are belong to collection hierarchy. So after this collection hierarchy, there is another hierarchy, that is map interface. Map interface is also part of collection framework, but not a hierarchy of collection. So you have to remember that point. Map interface is the part of collection framework, but not this is not a hierarchy of collection. This is the different hierarchy, and this is the different hierarchy. But they both are belong to collection framework. Okay, this hierarchy is the different, and this hierarchy is the different. Okay, so this is map interface. So the first question is, map is which is used to store the group of objects in the format of key and value pairs. Map which is used to store the group of objects in the form of key and key and value key and value. Okay, so map interface is not a hierarchy of collection interface. Map interface is not under hierarchy of collection interface. Collection interface. Collection interface. Next up. So, like for example, why they generally bring the maps concept generally. For example, so in the real-time scenarios, any project can manage huge data. So not only 10 members, not only 20 members. Okay, so we can manage the huge data. For example, let us assume we can take BTech colleges. There are, we can take in AP state, there are almost 2,000 colleges will be there. Okay, and you want to manage all the student data. How we can manage generally? Like you want to send to all the BTech students. So everybody initial fees is 10K. This is like building fees and all. This is 10K, and there are multiple branches, right? Like civil, mechanical, EC, and triple E. There are different branches. So you want to send the message. Whoever is not paid 10,000 in every batch, you have to send to all the message to all the students. Hello students, you there is a basic building fees 10,000 for everyone, that is mandatory, and whoever is not paid 10,000 amount, you have to pay. So this is the message you want to send whoever is not paid. Okay, so that kind of data you can manage. So generally, collections concept is used to manage the huge data. Like almost there are 2,000 colleges. 2,000 colleges, you can assume there are at least 1 lakh students will be there, BTech students. with respect to first year, second year, anything, you can take at least 1 lakh student there. So you have to manage 1 lakh student data, meaning whoever is paid and whoever is not paid. So how we can manage with respect to their branches and all. So obviously we will go with the collections concept. Collections concept which is used to manage the huge data. In any project we can manage huge data. We will not do additions, calculations. These kind of small things we cannot do. Okay, any project we can do, we can manage huge data. Here also, the data we can store in the format of key and value pair. Key and value pair. For example, you want to store the student data of, I would say, there are students like Raju is belong to, I would say, I'm taking examples as students, Raju and Rani. Raju and Rani. And Raju also belong to some branch that is CSC. So CSC or any branch you can take. And Rani also some belong to CSC. Okay. So what I said here, map is which is used to store the object in the format of key and value pair. Now this is called key and this is called value, key and value. Now the question is, this is called key and this is called value. Now, so in this case, I taken only the string value. Can I able to take only the string? No. Can I able to take only other data type? Can I able to take only integer values? You can take any data type. So key data type is object. Key data type is object. You can take any data type like integer and numbers, doubles, anything you can take. Key data type as the object. Okay. Come to value. In case of value also, can we take only, in this case I taken only string values. Can I able to take only string? No, you can take anything. You can take anything guys. So here also value or data type for the key is the object and data type for the value is also object. Now key and value, one pair is called one entry guys. Key and value, one pair is called one entry. One pair is called one entry. One entry. Now the definition for the map is collection of entries. Now if anyone will ask the definition for map, what is map? Map is collection of entries. Collection of entries guys. Collection of entries. I hope you guys are clear. Key you can take anything, value you can take anything, any data type you can take, and key also any data type you can take. And here one pair, key and value one pair is called one entry. One entry. But while taking key and value pairs, you cannot take keys as duplicate. Values you can take duplicate, but keys you cannot take as the duplicate. So that is the thing you have to remember. Keys cannot be duplicate. Keys cannot be duplicate. Values you can be duplicate. Values you can be duplicate. Now what is map? Map is the interface which is used to store the collection of entries. Entry is nothing but key and value pair. One key and value pair we can say entry. So this is how generally you can manage huge data like the person is belong to if you search with that Razu and the Razu is belong to with respect to value, this is the CSC. And if you take the countries also, country codes will be there, like India 101, some Australia 105. So you can store all the data. Maps, very very important concept. And maps is the collection of entries, and all the data we can store in the format of key and value pairs. Key and value pairs. Now I hope you guys are clear what is key and what is value. So in key you can take any data type, and value also you can take any data type. Okay, fine. So in the map interface have the hierarchy, but this is not maintain any. This hierarchy is the different. This hierarchy is the different. But the both are belong to collection framework, but hierarchy is the different. Okay, so whatever the methods which are available in the collections, those methods we cannot use in the map interface. These methods are different, and this is the different. And I would say map interface is the different. There is collect map interface hierarchy that I can show you. You can get the better clarity on it. Map interface hierarchy in Java. Hierarchy. So see, if I open, I could open another image. Open image in new tab. Now see here, I think little bit. Yeah, see, map interface and map have the subclasses like hash map, linked hash map, and a tree map. Again, tree map have one parent interface, that is shorted map. Okay, this hierarchy is different. And in the yesterday session, we seen that is hierarchy is the different. The both hierarchy is the different, and both are belong to collection framework, but hierarchy is the different, and methods also different. So that is the point we have to remember, and this diagram also you can keep in mind. Map interface, under the map interface, it have the sub child classes. Those are like hash map, linked hash map, and tree map, and tree map. So I would come to here, and here I could write. So the definition for the map is the collection of entries, guys. Collection of entries. Collection of entries. One key and one value is called one entry. One entry. One entry, one key and one value is called one entry. So keys cannot be duplicated. Keys cannot be duplicate. Values can be duplicate. Values can be duplicate, guys. Values can be duplicate. Values can be duplicate. Values can be duplicate. So map is the predefined interface. Map is the predefined interface. Predefined interface which is available in which is available in which is available in java.util package. Java.util package, guys. Java.util package. Map interface have map interface have implementation classes are like implementation classes are like first one is hash map, and the second one is linked hash map, and third one is we can say tree map. Okay, these are the implementation classes for the map. Now we can go ahead with the first one is that is hash map. So all the hash map, linked hash map, tree map, all these maps main purpose is which is used to store the group of entries. Okay, group of entries. Now hash map. We'll come to the hash map. Hash map is the hash map is the implementation class for the implementation class for the hash map is the implementation class for the map interface map interface which is available in java.util package. Okay, so hash map which is used to store the group of entries group of entries. And next point is, so here hash map will not follow any insertion order. Hash map will not follow any insertion order. So that I can show you practically as well, you can get the clarity on it. For example, I would open my IDE. Where is the this one? So here map interface have the methods, guys, where you can check the all the predefined methods and all. You can go to the document. There is a Java SA document, right? You can go to that document. That is Java SC8 document, and in that go with the Java util package. There is a package called a util package. You can check with that util package. This is the package, and in that go to the interfaces. We are discussing about map. Click on that. This is the map interface, and you can see here key means kv means key and value, an object that maps key to values. So see, a map cannot contain duplicate keys. Each key map to the most one value. Come down. These are the methods, guys. These are the methods: get method, hash code method, isEmpty method, key set method, equals method, put all method, remove method. Okay, if you want to remove, you can remove the key method. These are all the methods, guys. Size, values, replace all, replace, and remove. In the name itself we have the meaning. Remove meaning, if you want to remove the key, then there is a method remove. Okay, if you want to remove key and value, then there is a you can mention key and value like this. Is empty, you can check like that map is empty or not. Get method. These are the methods which are available in the map interface. Now I am coming to IDE. I'm taking IDE. Go to the dev tools. In that where I mentioned the Eclipse, I'm going to that one. Okay, so these are the programs which we written in the last session, right? Today we are going with the map interface. So first, hash map is also predefined class. So you can establish the connection between them by creating object hash map and hs equal to new hash map. Okay, fine. And this you need to import a hash map java.util package, and inside you can add the entries. How we can add the entries? There is a method called put method. You can see here, this is visible for everyone, right? So what is the data type for the key? Object. What is the data type for the value? Object. Meaning key you can take anything, value also you can take anything. Okay, that might be the string, object, anything you can take. So here I'm taking string value as the Raju, and here I'm taking the both are will take some numbers. This is 101, and hs dot put method, and here I would take Rani, and 102. Okay, and hs dot put method, and here also can take as 103. Okay, yeah, see here what I did actually, keys I taken as the string values, and values I taken as integer values. So this is a group of entries, and this is the map, and I kept all the values in this one map reference variable. I kept all this one in this one. Now if I want to print all the values, then you can say take this out statement. Inside you can mention hs, then you can now you can try to print the values. You can get all the values in the format of key and value pairs. So you guys, can you please observe here? First, which value I added? Raju. But when at the time of printing, it is printing Lata, which means it is following the insertion order. No, it is not following the insertion order. It is not following the insertion order. The same point I said you here. Hash map will not follow any insertion order. Will not follow insertion order. Will not follow insertion order. That is common point, like a group of entries, keys cannot be duplicate, keys cannot be duplicate. This is common point for all. Keys cannot be duplicate, keys cannot be duplicator, keys cannot be duplicator. Okay, a hash map will not follow the insertion order. Next up, keys cannot be duplicate, that is okay. And data structure is hash table, guys. Data structure is hash table. Data structure is hash table. Data structure is hash table. Next up, it will not allow the null values, and it is not a synchronized. Hash map is not a synchronized. Hash map is not a synchronize. And next one is hash map. If you can come to here, does not allow the null values. Hash map does not allow. We'll come to here. For example, if I try to take here as null value, If you can try to run this program, keys cannot be null. For example, values you can take anything, but keys cannot be null value. Here I would take, for example, 104, and here I would take again hs dot put, and then I would take here null value and some 200. Okay, so in this case, if you try to run this one, null is also taking, null values also possible, guys. Null values, in case of value, now again you can try to hs dot put value. So in this case, you can mention some Rajesh, and can take null value, and yeah, null value is allowed. Okay, it allows the null values. Hash map allows the null values. Hmm? ఫస్ట్ టైం వస్తుంది ఇక్కడ నీకు ఆల్రెడీ కీ వచ్చింది కదా, నల్ ఏదే వస్తుంది వస్తుంది నీకు ఈ వాల్యూ ఏదైనా తీసుకోవచ్చు కదా, నీకు నల్ తీసుకున్నా వస్తుంది. రెండు, ఇది నల్లు తీసుకున్నా వస్తుంది. అదే అంటుంది, నల్ వాల్యూస్ తీసుకుంటుంది. హ్యాష్ మ్యాప్ అలౌస్ ద నల్ వాల్యూస్. ఓకే, హ్యాష్ మ్యాప్ డస్ నాట్ ఫాలో ద ఇన్సర్షన్ ఆర్డర్. హ్యాష్ మ్యాప్ అలౌస్ ద null values. Keys cannot be duplicated. Keys cannot be duplicated. These are the points you have to remember with respect to hash map. So we'll check with if we miss any points. Hash map. Yeah, same points. Hash map is not a synchronized, guys. Same points. Remaining all are the same points. Hash map is not a synchronized. Okay. These are the points you should be familiar with the hash map. Okay, so remaining all methods are like if you go with the interface, map interface. So these are the other methods like contains key. You can check like if it contain that key, it will tell as true. If it is not contain that key, then it will return as the false. Return as the false contains value. These are the small methods like key clear method and all. Next, after the hash map, there we have the linked hash map. Linked hash map. Linked hash map is also same. All the points are common. But what is the difference between hash map and linked hash map? Linked hash map will follow the insertion order. Okay, but this one will not follow the insertion order in case of hash map. In case of linked hash map, it will follow the insertion order. Hash map, linked hash map. So it will follow the insertion order. So I can come to the program and then I can show you linked hash map, and here also I would mention linked hash map. So you can import java.util package. Okay, fine. And then now we can run the program and then we can see the result. See here, it is following the insertion order and remaining every point is the same, guys. Remaining every point is the same and only the data structure vary and remaining points is the same. Linked hash map, only the difference between the hash map and linked hash map. Linked hash map will follow the insertion order and this will not follow the insertion order and data structure is the different. This will follow the hash table and this will follow the uh, linked hash table. So that is the difference between hash map and linked hash map. The same points I can write here. So collections topic is the easy. When you understood the first scenario, you can able to manage the remaining other things as well. Okay. Now I would say linked hash map. Linked hash map is the predefined implementation class for the map interface which is available in java.util package. Next, linked hash map which is used to store the group of entries and the keys cannot be duplicate. Entries keys cannot be duplicate. Keys cannot be duplicate. And next point we have hash map. A linked hash map will follow. It will follow insertion order. It will follow insertion order. It will follow the insertion order. We'll check. It will follow the insertion order. These are the points. Store the key and value pairs and maintain the insertion order. Allows one null key and multiple null values and past performance. These are the points. Okay, so next point is it allows one null key and multiple null values. Multiple null values. Multiple null values. And next point is hash map data structure. Data structure is you can go ahead with data structure hash table and w linked list. Okay, this is the data structure, guys. Hash table plus w linked list. This is the data structure. Data structure is hash table with w linked list. Hash table with w linked list. So these are the points you have to remember with respect to linked hash map, guys. With respect to linked hash map. Okay. Only the difference between hash set and linked hash set is linked hash set will follow the insertion order and hash it will not follow the any insertion order, and data structure is the different. It will follow the hash it a hash map, and it will follow the hash map with the doubly linked list. Hash map with the doubly linked list. So this is the program for this one. So simply I'm changing the class name. So all remaining everything is the same. Remaining everything is the same. So next we have the tree map. Next we have the tree map, guys. So tree map is also same points, which I would say tree map is the predefined implementation class for map interface only. Map interface which is available in java.util package. Java.util package. Tree map which is used to store the entries. Tree map which is used to store the group of entries. Keys cannot be duplicate. Keys cannot be duplicate. Next next point, if you can see here, come to here, and we can say this is tree map. So here it will follow the data structure is tree format data structure tree map, and here also this I would say tree map. Import java.util package. Now you can run this program and then you can see check. So it will not allow the null values. Okay, values keys, it cannot allow the null values. Values you can take anything, and it will not follow the insertion order as well. It will not follow the insertion order, and the keys it cannot allow the null values. Only it is allowing values as the null values. So come to here, hash map, and it will not follow the insertion order. It will not follow the insertion order. And next point is uh, keys cannot take as null. Keys cannot take as null, and values you can take as null. Values you can take as null value. Null value. Data structure is tree. Data structure is tree. Data structure is tree. Tree data structure. Okay. Data structure is tree data structure. Next, so these are the points you have to remember with respect to tree map, guys. Tree map. Okay. Tree is the predefined implementation class for the map interface, which is available in Java, and tree map, which is used to store the group of entries. Keys cannot be duplicate. It will not follow the insertion order, and keys cannot take as the null, and values you can take as null. Data structure is T data structure. Data structure is tree data structure. So this is all about map interface, guys. Okay, so based on the requirement, so mostly we'll use these three: hash map, linked hash map, and tree map. Tree map. So this is all about map interface. Okay, so you have to refer this. Java is the open source, right? No, there are multiple open resources are also available. When you have the spare time, you can go and then watch and practice multiple programs on it. Okay. So this is all about map interface. Once we are familiar with the map interface, so from starting to till now, we done with the core Java guys. Core Java. In the core Java, with the help of core Java, we learned generally how to write the programs, how to write the how to write Java programs, how to compile, how to compile, and how to run the programs. These are all the things we learned from starting to till now. And with the help of this core Java, we can able to develop the standalone applications. Standalone applications. Standalone applications meaning we can able to access within the system like calculator. We are using the calculator, right, in every mobile. Calculator. Some games will be there, so that games you can play only within the system. Okay, like MS Paint. So these all kind of standalone applications you can develop by using core Java. By using core Java. But if you see here, like uh, in current present situation, so this is for only individual. These all applications you can use in individual device. But nowadays, generally, anything is the e-commerce websites, right? Like Amazon, Flipkart. So anybody can access 24 into 7 anywhere from the in the world, right? So only core Java we cannot develop any e-commerce applications. That is called web application. You cannot develop. This is the only the thing, the basic knowledge of web applications. In the core Java only will you guys learn only what is Java program, how we can write the Java programs. Some of the topics you learn. Some of the topics you learn. But with the help of only the core Java, we cannot develop any web applications. So mentally we will use the concept called sublets. Sublets. Sublet is it will play a major role to develop the web applications. Web applications meaning so any website if you develop, any person that website can send the request and that person have to access that website. So that is possible through sublets only. Okay, so next concept we have the concept that is called sublets. Okay, so once you are familiar with the core Java, then you are eligible for the sublets. What is the prerequisite for the sublet? Java. Core Java is the prerequisite for the sublet. So sublets is nothing but first question they will ask what is sublets, right? Sublets are nothing but sublets are the normal Java classes which will have the methods like init method and service method and destroy method is and destroy method which will take the parameters process the parameters process the parameters and return the response and return the response guys return the response. What is servlet? Servlets are the normal Java classes which will have the this is servlet life cycle. Human have the life cycle, right? Human will born, human will survive, human finally will born, right? So same way servlet also have the life cycle. Servlet will born, servlet will survive, and servlet will destroy. So these are the servlet life cycle. Init, service, and destroy. So what I am saying here, servlets are nothing but normal Java classes only. So through Java classes only you can create the servlet, and through the Java program only it can survive. Through the Java program only it can destroy. Servlet are the normal Java classes which will have the methods like init method, service method, destroy method, which will take the parameters and process the parameter. Already know what is parameters and what it will do, what is method. These all the terminology already you learned in the core Java. You know already method, right? You know already methods. And if I pass the parameters to that method, what the methods will do? It will take that parameters and it can perform some actions and it will give the some return. It will give the return, right? Same thing here also. Servlet lifecycle have three methods, guys. Init method, service method, and destroy method. We can pass the parameters and it will do some actions. That actions it will given to us in the format of response. In the format of response. So for servlet, where actually I have the one document that I can show you and then we can complete as well. Yeah, come to here. Yeah, this is the document which I written in previous batch. So see here, before servlet, we learned core Java. Core Java only we can develop the standalone applications. So these we can able to access within the system. Within the system, there is a JDBC. JDBC means Java Database Connectivity. So it will act as a mediator between our Java application to database. Okay, it will act as a mediator between Java application to database. Okay, so it will have the some implementation classes. So through that we can connect with the database and all our data we can store in the database server by using this JDBC. JDBC. And there is a servlet which is used to develop the web applications. What is web applications? Any person can able to access anywhere in the world. That is called web application. Any person, like if you can take Flipkart, Amazon. So Amazon can anybody can access, right? Anywhere any person can access. Flipkart, Amazon, all e-commerce applications, you can say there are number of websites which are available. There are number of websites. Now there is a question, what is web application? Web applications, see, the application which can be accessed by the multiple users at a time is called web application. At a time is called web applications. All e-commerce examples, e-commerce websites are the best examples. Are the examples for the web applications. Flipkart, Amazon, Myntra, Meesho, these all are web applications. Where web applications runs inside the server. Inside the server. Now, what is server? Server is a program which is used to run the web applications. There are multiple servers available in the market, guys. So Apache Tomcat, JBoss, WebLogic, these are the multiple. Not only these three, there are number of servers available in the market. And in our case, we are going with the Apache Tomcat because Apache Tomcat is the server that is very familiar with Java. That is very familiar with Java. Okay, so in our case also we are going with the Apache Tomcat server. Okay, fine. And after Apache Tomcat server, web application architecture. In the web application architecture, it will maintain two factors, guys. Two actors. One is the server, second one is the client. Server is the database, which means client means our browser. This is client, which means a person or system which will send the request to the server to access the web application. That is called client. That is called client. And when you send the request, so what server will do? Server means which program which is responsible to take the request and return the response. It will take the request, it will process the request, and it will give the response. It will give the response. Web application architecture contain there are two actors, guys. One is the server, second one is the client. Second one is the client. Second one is the client. Client means the person or system which will send the request to the server to access the web application. To access the web application. Next, server means which is a program which is responsible to take the request and process the request and return the response. This is these are the basic terminology you should be familiar. What is the basic terminology you should be? What is web application? What is server? And what is client? Client is nothing but our system only. So through our system we can send the request. Okay. Client is the system which we can send the server to access the web application. Next step is, so for implementing the servlets, we will use the one API, guys. That is servlets API. That is servlets API. This servlets is comes under the part of JW, Java Enterprise Edition. Java Enterprise Edition. So come to here. What are the steps to develop the web application? So these are the steps. So in Java domain, I would say if you want to develop the servlets program, so these are the steps, guys. So first step is you have to download and install one software. So that is Apache Tomcat. And the second step is you can create the web project. And third one is set up the build path for the required libraries for the jar files, like that is servlet api.jar. And third one is the create servlet class to handle and request the response. And fifth step is map the servlet classes to URL pattern. And note every servlet should have the unique URL pattern. So this is this one. So this we can go ahead with one by one. First we can download the Apache Tomcat server. So normally you can go to the Chrome and look for the Apache Tomcat server. Apache Tomcat server. Tomcat server. So in my case, I am downloading Apache Tomcat Server 9 download, and you can get like this, right? So in that you can go ahead and then you can download with 64-bit operating system, and then this is downloading, and initially it will be in the GIF format. You have to extract. So simply right click on that, right click over the zip file. You can extract all. Click on extract all. Okay, fine. Yeah, this is Apache Tomcat server, and this is the server which is available in my local, which means in my uh, local system, right? And here this we need to convert into, this is normal core Java perspective that you can convert to JWE perspective. Can switch to that JWE perspective. Once you double click on it, it will switch to JWE perspective. Now you can create the project. Go to new, and there is an option called dynamic web project. Dynamic web project. So here you can mention dynamic web project, like I would say I would mention some Amazon, and then simply click on that. You will get like this. So this is the project structure, and in that we can keep all the backend files under this Java resources, meaning Java related files you can keep inside a Java resources, and front-end files like JS, HTML, all the files you can keep inside the web content. Inside the web content. Okay. Now this is the Eclipse. We need to attach that the server whatever you downloaded just now, that we need to attach to this Eclipse. How we can do that? When there is an option called servers, and then there is no servers are available, click to attach. So click that one, and here you can select the Apache Tomcat. Go inside Apache Tomcat, and there is a server which I downloaded, and then select that one. Go to the next, and here you can browse wherever it is. So in my case, which is available in my downloads, right? I'm going inside downloads, and so this is actually I'm giving, and then click on finish. So see here, I attach the server to my Eclipse ID. In our case also, you have to do the same steps. And when I attach this one, I need to start my server. So there is a right click on that server, and you will get one pop-up box. So in that there is an option called start, and click on. So see here, my server is starting. My server is starting, and my server has started. Now what I want to do, I want to create one normal front-end file, which I would mention normal HTML file I want to create. Simply you can go ahead with the web content, and in that web content, go and then create one HTML file. So this is the one HTML file which I am creating, and file name I am mentioning as index.html. Any name you can give. In my case, I'm giving index.html. This is the HTML file. This is parallel to web info. So I'm going inside. Inside, I would like to mention some message, like that is welcome to servlets in Java. So this is the simple message, and this I want to deploy in my Tomcat server. How you can do that one? So simply right click on the file, and then run as run on server, run on server. So simply this is already select. Okay, deploy. Restart the server, and you can deploy. So see here, welcome to the servlets in Java. Whatever the text which I am giving, so that is where I can able to access local host, meaning local server. Local server port number is 8080. This is my project name, and this is my HTML file name. So if you want to access any file, the same protocol you have to follow, meaning initial server name, server port number, application name, and file name. This is the steps you have to follow. Okay, mission name, mission port number, and the application name and file name. This is the thing you have to follow. This is the thing you have to follow. Very easy, guys. Servlets also. So simply what you need to download the Apache Tomcat server, and the second step is you need to attach that Tomcat server to Eclipse IDE, and simply what I did, actually I written one HTML file here. I written one HTML file that I am deploying. I'm deploying inside this one, where I would say Apache Tomcat server, and then I am able to running this one. I am able to running this one. I am able to running this one. Okay. So if you can come to here, simply you can download a 9 version, and you can unzip on that one, and create a dynamic web project. So how you can create a dynamic web project? Go to the file, option called new, and there option called dynamic web project, and here you can give the project name. Flipkart, I'm giving the project name as some Flipkart, and then that Here no need to change anything. Okay, no need to change anything. Directly click on finish. So see here, dynamic web project got created. Okay, web project got created. Now, so this is the project creation. And in my case, what actually I did, I created one index.html. This index.html I deployed into the which server 8080 server. This server I deployed that one. This server I deployed that one. Okay, and set up for the build path for the required libraries. That how you can do that one. So when you go to the project, this is my project, right? Right click on the project. There you get option called build path. Go and then configure the build path. So in that you can get there is a libraries. You have to select the libraries like class path and all. You have to select that one and add external jars. And there is a Tomcat server which is available in my downloads, right? Go to that and go to the libraries. In that you can look for the servlet API.jar. You have to select that one. That's it. Apply and apply close. That's it, guys. And next one is create servlet classes to handle the request and response and map the servlet. So how you can create the servlet classes? Normally the servlet classes are available inside the can keep inside the Java resources src. Here you can create the servlet classes. Simply click on I would say servlet, and you can mention the package name. I can give demo servlet. Okay, demo servlet is the class name I am giving. So see here, you will get the by default like this. And this is what this is URL pattern. Every servlet contain one mapping URL. So with the help of this one only, you can able to access our servlet. Okay, fine. Now I can remove this do post, and I can remove this above this all things, and this is also I'm removing, and this is also and there is a message called this. I can move little bit left, and this is also can move little bit down. So here I can write something called do get method, and here I can write response dot get writer dot write or append method. Can write write method, or you can write append method. So simply I am writing some message which that is hello. This is the simple message I want to do the deploy. Okay, so this is a simple servlet, guys. The servlet name is class name is the demo servlet. This I am mapping with demo servlet, and this is the some simple message I written. This I want to deploy. If you want to deploy entire project, simply can go with the Amazon, and if you want to deploy only the file, so that also can do by using right click on it and run on server. Finish, restart the server. So see here, allow message is coming. This is coming. So now you can see the pattern: local mission, local host 8080, project name, and demo server. This is what, this is URL pattern. This is not class name. That is URL pattern. Where we would go here, if I go here. So this is this one. I am accessing this data by using this URL pattern. This URL pattern. So today you guys, what you guys will do, download Tomcat server, create one front-end file, deploy and then see the result, and create one servlet like this and deploy and then see the result. Okay, so next we can continue tomorrow. And tomorrow maybe we can close the sessions and your intros will be next Friday. Okay, we will give the 1 week of time and your intros will be next Friday and after that, so that is the pattern. Okay, this is all about servlet guys. Tomorrow you guys have any doubts also? No, anything. So here, so by default it will get as class name. If you want other thing, you can change. This is not safe. You can take anything. You can take Razu. Now you can hit with Razu. You can take anything. At the time of class only, you have to give them. For example, see, Razu, anything. Yeah, that's it, guys. I can share you this document as well. So there is some other terminology as well, that is redeployment, undeployment. Redeployment means deploying again, deploying the latest war file into the server is called redeployment. Undeployment meaning removing the war file from the server is called undeployment. This is the Tomcats folder structure. This is the bin, library, config folder, web apps, temp and logs. Bin meaning it will contain the binary files to start and stop the server. To start and stop the server. Okay, start.bat and shutdown.bat. These are the binary files. Libraries meaning it will contain the predefined libraries. Config files, config folder meaning it contains the configuration files like .xml, server.xml and user.xml file and all. Next we have the web apps. Web apps is the deployment folder. We need to keep WAR files here for deployment. For example, we created an Amazon project, right? When we deployed that Amazon project, that project will be keep inside this web apps. Next is the temporary temp folder, and this is the temporary files which are available. This is the Tomcat server structure. This is the structure we have right now. So we are discussing about these folders. Next we have the log files, contain the server.execution log files. After this we
So
have
what are
the
war files? What
HTTP
are war
protocols.
files? Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
What are war files?
Hmm?
What are war files?
War files. War files meaning all. This is our dynamic project, right? This all the dynamic project can do the compilation and standalone applications. We can make it as the jar files, and in web application we can make it as the war files. That war file can keep in the web apps folder. War files meaning all compilation of all .class files of web project, that we can make it as the war file that we can keep in the server. That is called war files. This is war files. Okay. War files are nothing but all compiled .class files of web application, that we can make it as the war file that we can do the deployment in the server. Next, HTTP protocol, guys. This, if you want to understand this HTTP protocol methods, there is a tool that is called Postman. So if I open the Postman, in this tool. For example, if you want to access any URL, so see here, what is this? This is HTTP protocol methods. HTTP protocol methods. So what it will do, it will act as, this is the, my system is this one, right? And if I want to access the Facebook, actually the server is available in some New Zealand and all, right? So my request is moving from here to New Zealand server. The server is almost all the servers, most of the servers are available in UK and New Zealand and all, right? So who is like carrying my request and who is sending my request from here to there? There is a method called HTTP protocol methods. So it will act as a mediator between client and server. If you come to here, HTTP stands for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, and which will act as a mediator between client and server. Client means my system, and server means which is available in some other country's location. Client location countries, the servers are available. So who is bringing my request? For example, if I want to go from here to Martal, how could I go? Don't say by walk. We can go through buses and if like that, right? So bus act as a mediator. Bus act as a mediator. So same way, in case of here also, our request will go to from here to there. It will use one mediator. That mediator called HTTP protocols. There are HTTP methods. This one, get method, post method, put method, delete method. So each method has the each purpose, and for get method to get the data from the server, post method to send the data to the server, and put method to update the data to the server, delete method to delete the data from the server. So how each method is working and all, if you want to know, then there is a tool called Postman tool, and there is a methods. These are the method, delete method, get method. These all the methods are what? HTTP methods. HTTP methods. When you click on the get method, and there is a program which we written just now, right? Demo servlet. When you this method is coming from the class. This method get method, both are different, guys. This is HTTP methods, and do get method is class methods. The both are different. Okay, so at the beginning level, most of them are also confusing here. Get method is the HTTP methods, and do get method is coming from the class methods. When you click on the this method, so internally it will be triggered to do get method, and then it can get the data from the server. It can get the data from the server. That is all about HTTP methods. So sometimes you can get the errors. Not sometimes, regularly you will get the errors. So if you get the error in between 100 to 200, that is information errors. And if the error is in between 200 to 299, that is success code. And if the error will get like 300 to in between 399, then you can get that is redirectional error. And 400 to 499, that is client side error. And 500 to 599, that is client side, meaning if you trying to hit any wrong URL pattern, then you will get the 404 5000 meaning, I would say 500 meaning server side. Sometimes server also down. So in that case, you will get the server side issues. For example, this is actual path for hitting the demo servlet, right? For example, here I am trying to hit the some wrong path. Instead of Razu, I am trying to hit some Rani. There is no servlet with this Rani URL. So in that case, I can get 404 error. I can get 404 error. So when you get the 404 error, which means you are trying to hit the wrong pattern. So you have to understand like that, and then how to do that. So these are the some terminology you will be clear, guys. So this document I will upload to our portal as well. You guys also please go through the document once again. So tomorrow can complete service, and then can give the 1 week of time to prepare the interview, and then Yeah, that's it, guys.